Hi there, and welcome to another edition of our Rabbit Types videos, where we take your pictures of your rabbits and we talk about possibly what breed your rabbit could be, any colors and pattern types that your rabbit is. Today we have Mimi, who is owned by MJ, and MJ sent in pictures of Mimi along with an email that said, my Mimi is about 3 years old and weighs 12 pounds. I've always thought that she was part Harlequin because of her fur patterns, but I'm not sure at all about that. Thank you again for your time. Okay, so MJ, I love doing this video because Harlequins are one of my favorite breed, and you've got it spot on. She is a Harlequin, 100%, no doubt whatsoever. Now let's kind of go over why I believe so. First of all, she's 12 pounds. Game, set, match. She's a big bunny. Harlequins are the larger size rabbits. One thing a little confusing to people about Harlequins is they say, well, I thought Harlequin was the color of the coat, not the breed of the rabbit, or vice versa. Well, you're both right. There are Harlequins that you can get, like a mini Rex that has a Harlequin coat pattern. But there is a Harlequin breed that obviously has a Harlequin coat pattern. It is the only large breed that has a Harlequin coat pattern without the broken coat pattern added on there, which you don't have to worry about because this is definitely 100% a Harlequin. There are two types of Harlequins. There's a Japanese Harlequin and a magpie Harlequin. And let's look over at some pictures that I brought up of different Harlequins so we can kind of go over the different types. Here's a picture of a Harlequin. This is a really, really nice Harlequin. This is technically, if you're showing a rabbit, what they're looking for. They want the half black face, half orange face, opposite ear black, opposite ear orange, and then preferably a checkerboard across the back. That's a really, really nicely marked Harlequin there. This is a really, really nice one as well. Now these are called the Japanese because they are orange with a color. Most common is black, but you can have black, blue, lilac, or chocolate. Black is the most common, and that's a black there. I don't think I see any in a... That one almost looks like it could be a chocolate, but I can't tell for sure. So the Japanese is orange with a color. Now the magpie is white with a color. And this is a chocolate magpie. They have the white base coat and then the chocolate markings on top. This is a black magpie. Very nice example of what they're looking for show-wise. Straight line down the face and then the opposite ear black and opposite ear white. It's really, really hard, I guess, to get these colorings. Here it says this is a JAP Harlequin Rabbit. It's not. It's a magpie. It's not a Japanese. Let's see. And Japanese, that doesn't mean that the rabbits came from Japan. They actually came up with the breed name because it was such an exotic coloring. And at the time, they thought, well, you know, let's name it something exotic. Okay, let's call it a Japanese because, you know, that sounds exotic. You know, this breed was formed around 100 years ago, so, you know, they thought, hey, Japanese, that's exotic. Here's a lilac Japanese. It's really kind of hard to tell what makes it a lilac in this picture. There's another magpie. So those are several examples of what a Harlequin looks like. Again, there's a Japanese and there's a magpie. So when we go back over to Mimi's picture, we can see very clearly that she is a Japanese, unless there's a wrong color happening in these pictures, but it sure looks like a Japanese. Her orange just isn't as intense as one would like. And she also looks like she probably is a black Japanese. Black Japanese are the most common of the Harlequin colors, which would make a lot of sense. Her markings would have totally disqualified her in the show ring, and that's what you know, you've got to remember that most of the rabbits that end up, you know, I don't know where you got her from originally, but probably somebody, if not you, bought her either from a breeder or from a pet store. If you got her from a rescue, they probably still originated from a breeder or a pet store. The pet store probably got it from a breeder. So what happens is when they're breeding for show, and you get a bunny that's marked like this, where there's no good clear markings on here, they will then sell them to the pet stores, and that's how they kind of end up in our homes. You know, there's just because the markings are off obviously doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with the rabbit. It's just that's kind of explains how it came to be. It would be very odd to see a pet Harlequin that had perfect markings, because a breeder tried really hard to get it that way, and they're not just going to sell them off as pets. So that explains Mimi, and I hope you found that helpful. So Mimi is a black Japanese Harlequin rabbit, Harlequin both in markings and in breed name. Harlequins, again, are large rabbits. Mimi's 12 pounds. So I hope you found that helpful, and if you have any questions about what breed your rabbit might be, my email address will be posted at the end of this video. Feel free to shoot me an email. Include the size of the rabbit, how much the rabbit weighs, where you live, because country can make a difference as to what breed it is. And also let me know what you think it is, or maybe what the breeder or rescue or pet shop, anywhere, wherever you may have first gotten your bunny, what they may have told you, because sometimes that can give me a few extra clues if the breed is hard to tell. Mimi was not that case. She's very obviously exactly what MJ thought she was. She is a black Japanese Harlequin rabbit. Alright, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you in the next video.